I'm Tracy, and welcome back to my channel. And today we've got a collab with Erica Conger, and we're both using a Mvndi Makeup palette. I'm not sure what palette she's using, but the one I have is called A Few of Our Favorite Things. Looks like this. And I just got this, I don't know, a month or so ago. It's really pretty. And I think I'm going to go into the blue and just kind of right there. So I think I'm going to do. And Erica sent us some questions to answer. So I'm going to do that while I put the look together. I've already primed my eyes with the Glam Light. It's this thing. And I've got the shade Buttercream, which, as you can see, I'm like almost out of this. And I think they may be not making it anymore because I've seen that they had it on sale and they don't have that shade in stock. So I'm going to have to find me another primer, which really annoys me because I like this one. So yeah, that's great. What am I doing? So we're just going to get into this. And the first question is, and that was my cat, if you heard that. He has minor freakouts every now and again. The first question, what makeup brand have you always wanted to try but haven't yet? And I'm thinking Poppy and Fluff is one. That's a new one from Not Your Basic Stuff. I've really wanted to try that one. I'd really like to try more from Beauty Moon. I did have some of her singles, which I still do. But I'd like to try like an actual palette or some of her lip products. Fantasy Cosmetica. That's all I can think of right now. I'm going to go into this blue shade. It's called 626. And I've used this palette a few times already. And it's really good. I don't know if I've used the blue, but I gotta figure out where I'm putting everything. So yeah, second one. What's the worst hairstyle you've ever had? And there's a couple of them. When I was, how old was I? Well, when I was 13, which is 1983, I had a perm. Basically, I had a mullet perm. It was short all over, and it was only about like right here in the back. That was a really good look. And that was in the summer. I don't know what I was thinking. And then, because usually I like my hair long, and or at least one length, or I don't like it with a lot of layers, a lot of short layers. And then in 2014, I got a hair up my ass and decided I needed to cut all my hair off. At that point, it was only, I think it was like just past my shoulders at that point. And my friend back home, I was living in Indiana, and my friend did my hair. She's a hairstylist and she's a professional. And she had colored it different colors. We had highlighted it and done different colors all over it. Done pink through the middle section, and it was dark the rest of it. And after she did that, it was like I had a chunk right here that would not take the dark color. When we were trying to darken it back up, it just constantly looked like cafe au lait, basically. And she couldn't figure out why it wouldn't hold the color, and I couldn't figure it out. So I had a breakup, so I decided to cut my hair all off, and I had it layered and short, like back here. And because I was like, I had to get that chunk off, is what I said. So she was like, "Are you sure?" Because I showed her the picture, and she's like, "That's short. Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure." She's like, "Are you?" She just kept asking me over and over. And I was like, "Yes, I'm sure, do it." Well, I was sure about it for like a week. After that, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. It was horrible. So I started growing it back out and the growing out phase was ugly. And it finally got all grown out, and then I had it long, and then about a year ago I got a really bad haircut, which I can't say it was a hairstyle because I don't know what the heck she did. When I went in and got this last haircut and got my hair with the red, it was a different hairstylist, and she could not believe, because I had layers that were like this next to each other, and just like, so that was probably the absolute worst, because they took off, I lost at least 2 feet of hair. My hair was down to my waist, and it was here when she was done. It was barely on my shoulders. And I made a video about it. I talked about it. It's grown back a lot over the year, so I'm glad about that part. I do take vitamins for it and all that good stuff. I think that blue is good. I want to go into the black, which is the 31st. Just put that on the outer. And number 3, do you know how to roller skate, and are you any good at it? I don't know. I have not even tried to roller skate since I was probably middle school. I don't think I ever tried when I was in high school. And I was never really good. I could get around the rink without falling for the most part, but that was about it. It wasn't really my jam. So I would say that I probably can't now. I haven't tried it since the mid 80s, so I would not really want to try again right now, I don't think. So probably not. That's a really good black, I think. 4, do you cry easily? I don't think so, not usually. But then sometimes I think, yeah, just depends. Because I mean, sometimes I can be watching a TV show or something, or a movie or something like that, and it's not even particularly a sad scene or something. It'll just be something that kind of touches me, which will bring tears to my eyes, and that's kind of annoying. So I don't cry easily, but I do get teary a little too easily for my liking. I'd rather not be too emotional. I prefer to keep them under wraps. So, what's the number 5? What's the furthest that you've ever traveled? I don't know. I've never really been out of the country. I used to live in Southwest Florida, and we took a cruise. It was on a little bitty. My earring feels weird. My earring is jacked up. Took a cruise, but there we go. It was on a little itty bitty boat, and we went to the Bahamas. So I've been to the Bahamas. I'm not entirely sure where. That's probably the furthest. I mean, because I don't know how far that is. Prior to that, between Indiana and Southwest Florida, which was it's like 1,200 miles, I think, something like that. So I don't know, just around. I've been around between Indiana and like the eastern lower states. I've been to Texas too when I was 9. Maybe that was farther. I don't know. My dad's parents lived in Florida, in Texas. They lived in Georgia most of my life, and then they moved to Texas 1 year and lived in Houston for like a year, and then they moved back to Georgia. But so while they were in Texas, we went and visited them once from Indiana, and so I went to Houston from Indiana. I've been to Houston from New Orleans too. I think that's where we went and saw Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson in 18, I think. I don't know. And Manson was sick, and so he left after like 5 songs, and that was that. So I saw Zombie, and he was okay. I don't love Rob Zombie. I mean, he's not like my favorite, so. Anywho's. So yeah, somewhere around there. 6. What's the most comfortable article of clothing you own? Probably my lounge pants. And they're just some cheap pants that I got at Walmart. And that's what I sit around in most days. I'm not going anywhere. That's what I'm wearing. I'm home. I mean, I wouldn't wear them now, but right now I have on a pair of shorts that I got at Walmart. Just some knit lounge shorts. And they're pretty comfortable. Mostly because these ones are real stretchy. And, so yeah. For the most part, I don't like wearing constrictive clothing. I do sometimes, if we're going out, and I might wear something. But for the most part, I like to wear something comfortable. So most of my clothing is comfortable. I have a few dresses that are and some shorts and some pants that are a little bit tighter, that, like some of the Torrid Bombshell jeans, they run a little tighter. So I don't wear those a lot if I'm not in the mood. Shimmer. Excuse me. And so yeah, I would say my lounge pants, but then like um the Torrid dresses that I have, they're pretty comfortable. The summer dresses. So those are, if I'm actually having to leave the house, more often than not, that's what I'm wearing. And right now I'm just putting on some of the Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. Trying to finish it up before I get into the next one that I bought. And I'm pretty close. It's like here. There's a little bit left at the bottom. So I'm almost done. And I think I'm going to take some of this one here, highly caffeinated, and put it towards the outer edge. I've used this color before and I liked it, so I was like, I thought, I can do it again. I'm going to spray it. Try to minimize any fallout. And then we'll get into the next question in a second. But yeah, that's really nice and dark and shiny. And if you guys feel like answering any of these questions in the comment section, feel free. We can talk about it. Like, what's the trap furthest? I can't even say that word for some reason. That you've traveled. What makeup brands do you want to try that you haven't tried? We can talk about that, because I'm sure there's others that I've just forgot to mention. Because there's quite a few brands that I've been watching and I just haven't tried. So, number 7. Are you shy when you first meet someone? Stop it. Usually, yeah. And I'm going to go into this shade. It's called The Other Side. It's purple. I'll try it. So yeah, usually I am kind of quiet when I first meet somebody to like get a feel for how they are, stuff like that. So yeah. But once I know you, if I like you, I'll chat your ear off. That's one of the things my best friend always liked to tell people, because they'd be like, she's so quiet. And she's like, the hell she is. And we've been best friends since we were 10. So she kind of knows. I think this might go on better with my finger, but we're going to try and just pack this in here. And I don't know why I'm so red. I feel a little overheated. I had to go outside and take a package and put it out for the mail to pick up. I bought some shoes that don't fit right, so I'm trying to return them so I don't have to pay for them. So hopefully they pick them up today and get it out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna clean this with my finger a little bit. I don't remember if I've used this color before or not, because I used this palette the other day and I used the more neutral looking colors and I used the yellow looking shimmer. I was going to use these colors today, I thought, but then I decided not to. Decided to just go with the blue and the black. I'm going to take that purple on my finger a little bit, see if I can get a little bit more payoff. Yeah. It's really shiny. I really like this palette. Like I said, it's the first that I've ever bought from Mvndi Makeup, and it's really good. So I really recommend it. Excuse me. Tea, I don't think I made it strong enough. I made it yesterday, and I haven't made iced tea in years, so kind of forgot what the heck I was doing. Um, Number 8. Do you have any friends in your life that you grew up with? Yeah, which I actually just mentioned that. My best friend and I have been friends since 1980. And before that, I have another friend that I've been friends with since I was 5. She was 3 and I was 5. I'm going to take in the inner corner. I'm going to take this one here, the Maximalist, into the inner corner. So yeah, I have the same friends that I've had since I was a child. That one's kind of fiery looking. The shimmers in this palette are really pretty. The mattes are really good too. They blend really well. And I had been watching Mvndi Makeup for a while, and Erica and Ashley from Outrage and Grace, Ashley, both really like their palettes and products. So she had a sale. Was it April? Maybe? Can't remember. I think it was April when I bought that. Unless it was early May. I cannot remember exactly. Something like that. When I bought this palette. And I'm going to go into this one, break the binary, and put that over the inner corner. just because I really, really like this one. Look at that. So I'm going to see what they look like combined. They're kind of similar in tone, but I don't know. They just look how shiny that is. That's the main thing, that break the binary color here is really, really smooth. And really, really shiny. That's all right. Let's see. What's the other question? So yeah, I have the same friends I've had since we used to hang out when we were teenagers and look at boys and do all the fun stuff. What is your favorite eyeshadow color combo? Probably favorite. Oh, I like so many, but yeah, my favorite go-to is like dark smoky eye with like grays and black with a silver or something, or maybe a pop of color shimmer. But yeah, probably like that, like grays and blacks and silvers. I think that's kind of my go-to when I don't know what else to do or I want to do a quick makeup look. That's the kind of thing I usually do. Really need to wash my brushes. And number 10, what is your least favorite house cleaning chore? Folding sheets, folding towels. I really, really hate folding a fitted sheet. I cannot do that to save my life. So yeah, and I hate excuse me, I hate folding towels. I've hated that my entire adult life, so much so that like my best friend knows about it because we've lived together a couple of times. And so she remembers that I hate folding towels, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And so yeah, the fitted sheets are a bitch. Can never get them folded right. Never. So I think that's probably my least favorite household chores. I mean, those are even worse than cleaning out the cat box. And that was pretty bad. So, anyways, this is the eye look. I'm going to go finish the rest of my face, and I'll be back. Here's the finished look. And I think it's pretty. Once again, the palette. Mvndi Makeup, a few of our favorite things. Excuse me, sorry. The inside of the palette. And to finish, I went in with my LYS foundation. I have it in LN3, and it's covered in cat hair. That's nice. This is my second one. I just finished up my first one like last week or whatever, and got this because this is my favorite foundation, I think. Out of all of them that I've tried, this is the best. Went in with the, not that, LYS Bronzer Contour. I have the shade Hope. Looks like that. And I think it's a good shade for me. It's the lightest one they have. Blush, I went in with the Morphe Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trio in Après Ski. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Looks like that. I didn't use this shade today. I used that and then that. And then for the highlighter, I went in with the NYX Buttermelt and You Butter Work. Looks like that. It's the pink. It's really pretty. And I really like it. I went over the bronzer contour with this. It's very shiny. Sculpting contour palette. And I just use this shade right here. Usually. Powder, LYS. the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder and Resilience, which is the translucent shade. And it's my second powder because I panned the other one. And so I bought this and I bought a new foundation because this is the only powder I really have used. The packaging is really pretty, but it's also, look at it. It gets covered in fingerprints. You cannot keep it clean. I think that's everything. Oh, I didn't do any liner. I wasn't in the mood. So I just went in with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I like this one. Yeah, I think that's it. Check out the new earrings. I got these from Shein the other day. Came with a set of 3 of different sizes of stars. I like stars. I don't know why. But anyways. Oh, and the lipstick. Menagerie in Cricket. Just black. I really like this lipstick. And eventually I'll probably get more colors from them because it's really good. But anyways, that's the look. I think the shimmers are really pretty. I'm hoping that the camera does them justice. And thanks for watching. And please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.